The court orders the petitioner's change of name and sex and gender marker change is in the interest and/or to the benefit of the petitioner and is also in the interest of the public. It is also ordered that petitioner's name is changed from my previous name to Madison Kate, my last name, and the court hereby grants the request and orders that the sex and gender marker on the original birth certificate be changed from male to female. Ordered and certified, signed on September 20th, 2017. I am legally female. I just got the court orders, the certificate, the certified copies of my from my hearing that I had yesterday, and I am now legally Madison Kate and also legally female. I have no words to describe how I feel right now. Yeah, it actually happened, you guys. I cannot tell you how happy I am. These are tears of happiness, not tears of sadness by any means. I never thought this day would actually come or that something this monumental would ever actually happen to me. You know, last year on September 30th, I actually came out to the first person ever, and 10 days shy of 1 year later, I got my name and my gender legally changed. So please excuse me during this video, but I'm going to do a little bit of celebrating while I'm here talking to you guys, because this is by far one of the greatest things I think that has ever happened to me. So I know I've talked about this way too much on the channel so far over the past week, and you guys are probably so sick of hearing about it, but changing my name was a really big step. This is probably the biggest step that I've done since I started hormones, and it's just one step closer, and it's very validating to be able to have a court order that says I am female and this is what my new name is going to be. And so really I'm just speechless. Yesterday I spent the whole first half of the day before the hearing just a nervous wreck. I threw up before the court hearing. I was so nervous. And then I spent the rest of the time after the hearing just in total shock and in disbelief that that actually happened. I was going to do the video yesterday when it actually did happen, but I didn't actually get my certified court order form until just a few minutes ago on Thursday. And I wanted to have that to be able to show you guys and read to you what it actually says. And so I waited. I didn't do a video yesterday just for that reason. So I'm sorry. I put it on Twitter. So if you don't follow me on Twitter, make sure you do. It's at MadisonKate2016. I post like daily tweets and updates and stuff like there, so you can kind of be more involved in what's going on in my life and those sorts of things. But I'm legally female. I can't quit saying that. Like, yeah, I'm legally female. So just to recap for you guys the process that I had to go through to make this happen, I still have a lot of stuff ahead of me. Like I have to go to the DMV and get my driver's license changed. I have to get my passport all changed. You know, all my banks and stuff like that. I have to get all that fixed. So all that's coming, and that's going to be a process of a couple months, but I have the court order. I hired an attorney. That's the easiest way to do it, I think. It's more expensive, but it's so much easier. I had to get letters from my doctor and from my psychologist saying they both fully supported this decision and they thought it was in my best interest. My attorney, she filled out all the petitions and all the paperwork, and she submitted it. She let me know when my court date was, which was September 20th, 2017, you know, in case you're watching this like years in the future. And so we showed up for the court hearing. We showed up like 20 minutes early, and we went into like this little conference room, and my attorney went through like all these questions and kind of explained to me how this hearing was going to work, kind of prepared me for what to expect. It wasn't in an actual courtroom. It was in like the judge's like chambers or office, whatever you want to call it. So it was a private hearing, and we went in there, and it was just the judge, myself, and my attorney. She handed him my file, He read the letters from my doctor and my psychologist, and he asked me probably like 60 questions, like, is it true that you were born with the following legal name? And is it true you wish to change it to this? Is it true that you were born as male? And all those sorts of questions. It was like 50 or 60 questions. I was in there probably for like 20 or 30 minutes, I guess, in the judge's office. And at the end of it, he said, well, seeing as how you have letters of recommendation from your physician, from a psychologist, and based on the testimony you've given, he said, I think it's in your best interest to go ahead and grant your name and gender marker change. And so he went ahead and signed the order, and then the court's office certified them this morning, and I picked them up this afternoon. And that was basically the process. My attorney is also submitting the paperwork to Austin, since I live in Texas, to have my birth certificate changed, because, once again, in the court order, it says the court orders that the birth certificate be changed from male to female and also updated to reflect my new legal name of Madison Kate. And so she's going to take care of that. It's a long process. She said it normally takes about 3 months on average, so it's probably going to be like December or January before I actually get that. And that's fine because it's not that big of a deal, since no one ever actually wants to look at your birth certificate. All they ever want to see is like a passport or driver's license, which I do plan on submitting the stuff to get those updated next week. Probably middle of next week, I'm going to go to the DMV and get that all squared away and worked out. But yeah, I am legally female. I'm legally female. Like I said, the morning before the hearing, I was a nervous wreck. I actually didn't think about it at all, really. And then my the secretary for my attorney, she called me and she's like, "Hey, just wanted to remind you your hearing's at this time. Go ahead and meet your, the lawyer at this place and at this time." And she wants to go over a few things with you and that sort of thing. And I was like, "Okay, yeah, not a big deal, totally fine." And I hung up the phone. And then that's when it really hit me that like I was about to do this today and I was going to court. And I started freaking out at that point. Like we ordered sandwiches and stuff at lunch for the office, and I took like a couple bites and I went and threw up because I was just so nervous. I was a nervous wreck. I was pacing around the room and up and down the hallway at the clinic all day, and everybody was really worried about me. They're like, "What's going on? Are you okay? What's going on?" And they all knew that my hearing was yesterday. And I left the clinic and I drove to the courthouse to meet my attorney. And when I got to the courthouse, I checked my phone because I was going to turn it off because you can't have a phone in the courthouse. I was going to film it, but they wouldn't let me, so sorry for that. But I checked my phone right before I turned it off, and I had like 12 missed text messages from everyone at my office and where I work, wishing me good luck and, to let them know how things went, and they hoped everything went well. And it was very sweet. It let me know that they're caring about me and that they're thinking of me, and that it's very validating. It lets me know that they support my decisions and what I'm doing, and they care about me as a person, regardless of, what crazy circumstances my life happens to be in. It was really sweet, and I really appreciate it. So if anyone from my office is watching this, and you happen to be one of those that texted me and wished me good luck, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me. And I can't quit saying that I am official. I'm legally female. It blows my mind to think about that. I'm legally a girl. What I've always wanted and always dreamed of my entire life, how it always should have been, how I should have been born. All my birth certificate is going to be updated to fix that mistake. I'm on cloud nine. I don't know what else I could possibly ask for at this point in my life, because I feel like I have everything. I still have a long road ahead. I still have lots of surgeries and stuff coming up over the next several years. But this was a big step. This was the step that validated who I am. It validates my identity to anyone who ever wants to know. If anyone looks up my birth certificate, it's going to say female. If anyone asks for my ID or my passport, it's going to say female. That it's who I am now, and it validated that fact. And I cannot be more grateful. And I know I'm rambling on. I'm so sorry, but I really don't know what else to say because honestly, I'm still kind of in shock. It still hasn't quite sunk in yet, and I'm sure it will over the next few days. But yeah, I wanted to share that with you guys and my story, and let you guys know that my court order petition was granted, and I am legally female, and my legal name is Madison Kate. So if you guys are curious and interested and you want to see more updates about my journey and my transition, hit the subscribe button over in the corner so that you can get, updates on all the videos that I release. And actually, I think there's like a little bell symbol next to it. If you click on that, you'll be sure to get like push notifications when all my videos come out. So make sure you do that as well. But I would love to have you guys follow me along for the rest of this long, crazy journey. And until next time, be kind and make good choices.